Hey everyone, welcome back to Get Ready with me, Louise. I'm really excited because we're going into number 2 of the Motherships. So we're going into the Sublime Mothership. And I don't know how I can show this to you because some, and when I mean some, 3 out of my 10 pans are falling out. So we will be very easy and see what I can do here, if this will work. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so the 3 that are falling out of it are this one, and this one. And I don't mean like falling out as in the shadows falling out. I mean, they're glued in and it's coming out. No big deal, I can fix it. I just haven't got around to it. I don't get around to a lot. Like, I've had this palette for quite some time and never even pulled that off. So, there you go. Alright, so with that said, let's get started. Again, I don't know what one of these things go with what, so I don't have the colors on hand, so we'll be pointing, which could become a problem considering I gotta pick it up and show it, and then the shadows could fall out, so we'll just have to be careful, I suppose. But the first shade I'm gonna go into is this one right there. And it is a satin shade in a sense, but it really performed nicely as like a crease shade, to be honest with you. I was kind of scared to do it because you just never know really when it comes to these shades what it will look like, because sometimes you can take a shimmer or a satin shade and put it in your crease and it look fine, and sometimes not so much, you know what I mean? So, but it turned out pretty good using it the way that I did, I think. So we're just going to start with that. I really did enjoy the look yesterday. I kind of wish, now I'm not using the green out of this palette because I kind of wish I didn't use the blue either. And here's why. Those are calling to me, that's calling for a certain look, right? And I just don't go for those looks, you know? I did enjoy the way the look turned out overall yesterday using the first palette, but honestly, I probably, if I was going to do it again, like I would create just a cool tone look in a sense, you know? But I can tell you now, I am going to have some big issues trying to rank these at the end because I'm really liking them. I mean, obviously I like them. That's a given. But like, I really don't know how this is going to go in a sense, you know? Because it could, I don't know. Like, I think in my mind I know, but at the same time, I'm not so sure I do know. And I don't know what I done yesterday though. I mean, I didn't do anything, but I don't know if it's just from like traveling over Easter and like the different, like the climate, like city to country to city to country to, obviously the temperature fluctuates. I mean, we didn't go far from our home, but still it's an hour away in a sense. I woke up, I've got 1, 2, 3 little friends here. I've got one over here. I'm like, what in the Lord's name did I do? I don't even know. So, I enjoy having my little friends, that's for sure. But, yeah. And I wash my face really good every night. I double cleanse. Like, I really do what you're supposed to do. But those little boogers come anyway. Alright. And again, I'm using my Refer brushes. I just find it's easier. I'm going to take that same shade and we're going to run it under the lower lash line. Oh. I do wash my brushes every night also. I mean, I wash them pretty much after I do every eye look. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not. It just, I feel like I'm supposed to. So I do, but I don't know whether I should or shouldn't. And when I say that, I don't mean it as in like sanitary, because like sanitary, yeah, you should. I mean it more like, is it good for the brushes, you know? Because honestly, I do not want to ruin my brushes. A, those are my tools. And B, they expensive. I mean, even though I got good deals on a lot of them, some of them I didn't. Hence why I don't use them yet. I feel like maybe if I ever get like a level 5 to makeup, I might use my good brushes like my Sonia G. But until then, I'm just looking at them and seeing how pretty they are. Know what I mean? Alright, the next shade I'm going to go into is this dark color right here. And I will say that there's only 2 mattes. This color I'm about to use in the black. And again, the black's amazing. But I'm not necessarily a fan of that. To be honest. I wish it would have had like one more. Even though the first shade I used performed wonderfully, I really do just feel like, man, if it just had like one more matte. But preference, you know, just me. And everybody's going to have, you know, different preferences. And I understand that. I do like these shades though. I mean, I like the eye look that came out today also. I'm really thinking it's going to be tough to rank all these when it's all said and done. And the way I thought I'd rank them would be, like, first I would do the Mothership palettes, right? The big ones. So that's 10. Am I right on that? I think it's 10. So I have 10 of the Mothership. Then I would go into, like, the 6-pan palettes, maybe. And then the 4-pan is the way I think I'm going to do it. Because, I mean, to rank them all together would be a lot. So I feel like that would be probably my better bet, is to do it like that. But I think it's going to be fun. Plus, it's going to be fun because, like, you get to see the looks that can come out of them from a beginner's point of view. And then maybe it can help you decide if any of them's right for you. Okay. Then I'm going to take that same shade and run it right up on the lash line. And again, I'm working slowly with these shadows because they're pigmented. And if you're a beginner, just work slow with them and you won't have any issues with them at all. I mean, at all. Alright, then the next shade I'm going to go into is, I am going to go into this shade right here. And we're going to put that all over the lid. And I'm not going to wet it. And I didn't lay down her other thing either. I don't know why I keep forgetting the name of that thing. The artistry one. This is like a pretty taupey shimmer. I mean, it doesn't have too much bubba boom, you know what I mean? You can see that. It, like, I mean, not wet anyway. So to me, this can be used for an everyday type of look right here. And of course, if you saw the first video, I used the black out of that palette. So to line, I'm not going to use it in this particular eye look because the black is the, you know, it's going to perform the same. Alright, do I still have both eyes looking pretty much the same? Let me just make sure I got it just as dark on this side as I do that side. Then I went and I took this shade right here. Right here. I didn't get it wet. And I popped that in my inner corner. And of course, depending on how much you want out of these shades, you can use the artistry one, you can spray your brush, you know, to get more oomph out of them, if that's what you're wanting, you know what I mean? Like with any shade. Okay. And then, just for fun and giggles, what I done was, I took this specialty shade right here, one of our special shades, and I picked a little up and I just kind of tapped it in the middle. Just wanted to kind of see what it would do. So how did I do that? Okay, let's see what I did. So I went like this. Just like that. I don't know if you can see if it did anything or not. Like, it does. Especially, like, you really see it when the light hits it, to be honest. Okay. And again, I didn't spray it, so if you sprayed it, you'd get more oomph to it, you know, as with anything. But that's all I did for this eye look. And I think it turned out really well. Again, not a makeup artist here. Just, you know, a lover of makeup. For my waterline, I used Overboard by ColourPop. And I think it really, you know, finished off the particular look. For my top lashes, I'm going to use the Dark Star mascara. I think I'm coming to like this mascara more and more, to be honest. Okay. Alright, that's good enough. And then for bottom lashes, the Lancome. Okay. There we go. And that's the final look using the Pat McGrath Mothership 2 Sublime palette. So, my overall thoughts on this particular one, you get two mattes. So if you're a matte person, this may not be the one for you. That's number one. Number two, this is more of a, I want to say more, I want to say more of a warmer palette than the last palette, which was more cool tone, but it's not all that warm. Because for an example, like the shade I put all over my lid, that's pretty cool tone to me. It's like a taupey brown shade. I don't know. Just my opinion. So, that's what it looks like. Is it beautiful? Absolutely. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's warm. It's warmer than the last palette by far. Let me show you some of the swatches real quick. So let's go. This would be the first shade in the top row, the second shade in the top row. That was the third. The fourth. And then the fifth. So those are the first 5 shades. I hope you can see it. That one, you can't really see that well, can you? Let me see if I can build it up. It's, I don't know why. I mean, my palette is a little older. Keep that in mind. But, so, it's right here. And then the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. And then for the next row, you got the black. That dark brown shade I used. The one shade I used as my crease. So black, that, and that, and then 2 more. Man, that black does not want to come off. I'm gonna have a time getting these off, aren't I? Probably should have thought about this a little better, huh? But I didn't. It's not like me to think, anyway. I didn't think I was doing a live swatch party, but there we go. So this is that green shade. I do like this shade. I have used it before. And then that's the other specialty shade there. So the black, the brown, the black, the brown. It's like a pinky brown, maybe. The green, which sometimes you look at it, it's green, and then, I don't know. It definitely looks different in different ways, I'll say that much. And then her special shade, which is like a white pinky color. And again, if you, it's more like it's like a topper, so depending on what you put it on top of, it's nice. So those are the shades out of this palette. I probably should have swatched the last palette for you too, so you've seen it against my skin tone. I'm light with generally I'm light with a either neutral or to a light with a neutral yellow, warm tone. So, but I don't know. Like this palette just, it's so pretty. I mean, all of her palettes are beautiful palettes. I mean, they're art. They really are. But I will say that black does not, look at that, it doesn't even want to come off. That's how well they wear too. Her shadows wear so well, they really do. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. I hope this video is of some help if you are interested in purchasing any of her palettes. I know there's a little bit of up in arms with her her own website for some sort of mishap, a glitch or something. And I hate to hear that. I mean, I know with their shipping, that one took forever, but then I was impressed with the second one, the Bridgerton collections. So, I mean, all in all though, I mean, you can purchase this from Sephora if you prefer, you know, that customer service and stuff also. So you got plenty of places you can purchase Pat Mcgrath from. But I really do like it, and I'm having fun because I'm sort of experimenting, and I forgot that these particular palettes were so neutral and not as much as like bam in your face. Yes, there's that one color that's bam in your face, but other than that, it's a pretty neutral palette, whether it be cool tone or warm tone. Where really I was thinking, man, just the rose was more neutral leaning, you know. So anyway, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I do upload. I'm really excited to get through this collection. So number 3 comes tomorrow. I forgot what that one looks like. I think it had sold out on her site. It's the one with the pink packaging. Oh, okay, I know which one it is. So it just came back in stock, I believe. I think it is still back in stock. But and then the 4th one is the one that they did the Star Wars collab with. Yeah, because it was in gold at one point. So yeah, the Star Wars. I don't have a Star Wars one though. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. And I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.